And now, around the world and around the corner, it's the David Bowers Awards, bringing the best in indie music to millions of listeners worldwide with your host, the David Bowers. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests, our entire crew here at the Asylum, and me. I'm John Bon Jovial. And now, here's the voice of indie music, the David Bowers.
Thank you very much there, John Bon Jovial, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary John Bon Jovial. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for another week of music and all kinds of good stuff. We're going to get right at it right now because some old friends of ours have a new release coming out. I believe it's May 6th that it's coming out. They call themselves Smith Sisters, and they have added the Sunday Drivers band with them now. So they are Smith Sisters and the Sunday Drivers. And they have I just can't say enough. This is a tremendous, tremendous track they've got. They've taken an old classic. It's an old Christian classic, Jesus Loves Me. You may remember this from, the first time I heard it, I think was Dale Evans singing it on television with Roy Rogers. But this is not your Dale Evans version. So here they are. I want you to listen to them now. Smith Sisters and the Sunday Drivers and Jesus Loves Me.
But he is strong. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me, this I know, as he loved so long ago, taking children on his knee, saying, let them come to me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Jesus loves me still today, walking with me on my way, wanting as a friend to give light and love to all who live. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Smith Sisters and the Sunday Drivers, Jesus Loves Me. What a sound. The girls have, one of the hubbies, Kelly's hubby, joins them in the vocal department there. Some great instrumentation. But what I like the most is the life, the energy. There's just something about what the girls do to a song. They can take a tune and they just give it new life. And in this case, they've taken an old classic, given it new life, and done it proper. I like it. What you think, John Bon Jovial?
Well, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say they've taken an old classic, a real old traditional classic, and have given it new life. The banjo, the fiddle, everything about it is just very, very nicely done. And, of course, I've always liked their style of singing, and they lend that to this song, and they do it justice. I think that we were talking just a minute ago. I think you told me it was Roy Rogers and Dale Evans that did it on TV many years ago, and I think they would have been proud of it. Yeah, I think they would have been very proud of it.
I agree, and I thank the girls so much for sending us this pre-release copy. I know it's going out to radio stations now, and if you'd like to know more about it, know more about the album that's coming up, follow Smith Sisters and the Sunday Drivers, and I think, I'm not certain, but check out their website. I think you can pre-order it now as well, so you're going to be hearing a lot more of that, and they're going to, we're trying to get them arranged to come on the show when the album is available and do an album reveal where we'll play several tracks and talk to the girls about the album. So looking forward to that. Thank you again, girls. Thank you, John Bon Jovial. And
you're
we got to
welcome.
get moving right along here because we've got a bunch of stuff going on today on the David Bowers Awards. We want to thank our original awards winner, Titty Bingo, our house band, for our theme music. Be sure and check out tittybingo.com and their current release, Dead or Alive, featuring Willie Nelson. Check them out online. And we want to also remind you that on Podchaser, you can not only hear the show, but you can give your own review of it. And if you do during the month of April, Podchaser will donate to Meals on Wheels for each and every review you post. So check it out. Got several shows there on Podchaser. It's one of our newer services that just picked us up here a month or two ago. And you can get us on there, post your review, and be donating to Meals on Wheels at the same time. What a great program. We thank our friends at Podchaser for that. And our first The David Bowers Award of the week goes to last night's Academy of Country Music Awards. And the Washington Post kind of summed it up saying that every award show in the pandemic has had a moment that could happen only during an award show in a pandemic. And the Academy of Country Music Awards was no exception. In the closing moments of the telecast last night, Luke Bryan was crowned Entertainer of the Year, most prestigious trophy of the night, except that, of course, he had to cancel his performance because he recently tested positive for the coronavirus, and he had to, you don't phone it in anymore, you Zoom it in, but that's what he had to do. The worst part of the show, or parts, were probably Dan and Shay's technical difficulties. Now, these things happen, but it's never a good thing when it does in front of a nationwide or worldwide audience. Kenny Chesney's performance suddenly becoming the In Memoriam segment. I think that was rather unfair to Kenny Chesney and his beautiful song, but nevertheless, that's the way it went down. And of course, the biggest one of all, the lack of women in the Entertainer of the Year category. Now, since there was virtually no touring, no live performances to speak of because of the pandemic, it seems that this would simplify the category, especially, but still not enough support for any of the female entertainers. Come on now, take this to the bank. I do not endorse inclusion for the sake of inclusion, but there were certainly enough credible female performers in country music who deserved to at least be included in the nominees. That's my rant for the week. John Bon Jovial, any closing comments?
Well, I didn't watch the whole program last night, but it seemed to me that their version of country music was one of, I don't know, it was more like adult contemporary music to me. But I will, by my own admission, I'm a dinosaur. You know, I did country radio for many, many years back in the 70s and the 80s. And to me, country music was just that. You had George Jones and Tammy Wynette. You had Roy Acuff. You had Willie Nelson, of course, who, thank goodness, is still around.
For that comment on the rant of mine. And thank you, audience, for putting up with it. If you have any comments at any time, don't hesitate to drop us a line. The email address is very simple. I keep it that way so I can remember it. And even then I have a hard time. But David at TheDavidBowers.com. Run it down. We'd love to hear from you. Our first guests are standing by, so we're going to bring them on in here in just about 3 or 4 minutes, right after we listen to this first track from the Lucas brothers. It's called Marie.
Sitting there on a beach staring out at the ocean. Along came a pretty senorita putting on lotion. I couldn't help stare at that pretty brown hair on her shoulder. Not doing anything tonight, would you like to come over? And she said, my name is Maria. Well, very nice to meet you. Well, would you pour me a margarita on the rocks? Sitting in a tiki hut, full moon out on the water. Wondering if she'll come by or even bother. Heard some soft footsteps on a path by the garden. Pretty little island skirt smiling like there's no tomorrow. And she said, it's just me, Maria. Oh, very nice to see ya. Well, did you pour me a margarita on the rocks? And she said, it's just me, Maria. Well, very nice to see ya. Well, did you pour me a margarita on the rocks? Did you pour me a margarita? Did you pour me a margarita on the rocks?
And there you go. They call themselves the Lucas brothers. And we found out about the gentleman from our old friends Cindy and Jen at Lady Lake Music. And I think we should talk to the gentleman right now. Let's bring him on in. Who do we have here on the phone?
Well, this is Lyndel Lucas. It's such a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here with us, to meet you, and also get to share you with the audience and perhaps get a few more people to know you. First question I have, I may have been in error. I believed that Jen had told me that the first track, Jen or Cindy, whoever gave me the tracks, had told me that the first track was Marie, but is it in fact Maria?
Yeah, Maria.
Maria, okay. I'll have to go back to my notes and see if I slapped myself on the wrist for misreading it, or if perhaps it was a typo from the girls. I don't know, but I know that they are super. We've worked with them for years, and I would.
They're awesome people.
They are good people, and they work for you. They're not like some of these promoters who just go there, put some stuff out online, and say, "Okay, there you go." They work for you. So tell us a little bit about. They told me that you are a relatively new group, and I was thinking, how fortunate. You started up during the year that we have a pandemic. How long have you guys been working together?
Well, it's kind of a strange deal. I've been a musician my whole life. I mean, I've played off and on, and went through the band years, and I never gave up music, and I love playing guitar. And I taught my son, David, to play when he was very young, and he got to where I couldn't teach him anything more. So I got him in with some really great musician, teachers, music teachers, and he got so good on guitar. I was like, we just clicked one day and said, you know what, we ought to start booking some stuff.